In this module, we'll be seeing a sum based on two taps, a very interesting problem. Let us take it. The question is this. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 3/8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. This is the question, right? Now, what do we have to find in this sum? The time in which each tap will fill the tank separately. There are two types of taps here. One is a larger tap, another is a smaller tap. What is the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank is a question. So the question, we want to find the time, right? Now, we don't know the time taken by the smaller tap, nor we know the time taken by the larger tap. But in the sum, there is a comparative statement. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. That means the larger tap takes 10 hours less than the smaller tap. Can you see the comparison between the two times? And we all know that in comparative statements, whatever comes later is taken as x. Now what comes later in this sum? The smaller tap. So let the time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank be x hours. Therefore the time taken by the larger tap is 10 hours less, means it is how much? X minus 10 hours. Is it clear? Now let us understand this problem with the help of a table. Now, first column is tank, second column is time required to fill this tank, and the third column is portion of the tank filled in 1 hour. How many tanks are there in this sum? Two taps can fill a tank. A tank means there is only one tank. Taps are two, tank is only one. So one tank. Suppose the time required to fill this tank is 2 hours. One tank gets filled in 2 hours. So what is the portion of the tank filled in 1 hour? Half portion. Half portion in 1 hour. Another half in the second hour, so half plus half, one tank gets filled in 2 hours. Suppose one tank takes 3 hours to fill. What is the portion of the tank filled in 1 hour? 1/3. One tank, suppose it takes 4 hours to fill, so 1/4. Similarly, if one tank takes x hours to fill, the portion of the tank filled in 1 hour will be 1 upon x. Similarly, if one tank takes x minus 10 hours to fill, the portion of the tank filled in 1 hour will be 1 upon x minus 10. The last, suppose one tank is filled in 9 3/8 hours. This is a mixed fraction. Let us make it a proper fraction. 8 9s are 72. 72 plus 3 is 75. It is 75 upon 8 hours. Suppose if one tank is filled in 75 upon 8 hours, what is the portion of the tank filled in 1 hour? 1 upon 75 upon 8, which is nothing but 8 upon 75. Right? So let us get into our sum. Now, x hours. What is x hours? We have taken the time taken to fill the tank by the smaller tap be x hours. So x hours is the time taken by the smaller tap. So what is this 1 upon x? 1 upon x is nothing but the portion of the tank filled by whom? The smaller tap in 1 hour. So 1 upon x is the portion of the tank filled by smaller tap in 1 hour. So portion of the tank filled in 1 hour by the smaller tap, how much we get? 1 upon x. Similarly, x minus 10 is the time taken by the larger tap to fill the tank. Yes or no? So what is 1 upon x minus 10? 1 upon x minus 10 is nothing but the portion of the tank filled in 1 hour by whom? By the larger tap. Yes or no? Now, we know two taps can together fill the tank in 9 3/8 hours. What is this 9 3/8? Time taken by two taps to fill the tank. Both the taps, if they are running together, they will fill the tank in 9 3/8 hours. So time taken by both the taps to fill the same tank is how much? 9 3/8 hours, which is nothing but 75 upon 8 hours. Right? So portion of the tank filled in 1 hour by both the taps will be how much? 1 upon 75 upon 8, which is equal to 8 upon 75. Now from the table, let us try to form the equation. We know the portion of the tank filled by the smaller tap in 1 hour, 1 upon x. We know the portion of the tank filled by larger tap in 1 hour, 1 upon x minus 10. We also know the portion of the tank filled by both the taps in 1 hour, which is 8 upon 75. Yes or no? So using all these three, we can form the equation. So portion of the tank filled by smaller tap in 1 hour plus the portion of the tank filled by larger tap in 1 hour is equal to the portion of the tank filled by both the taps in 1 hour, which is 8 upon 75. Let us cross multiply and take the LCM. So what we get is x minus 10 into 1 will be x minus 10 plus x into 1 is x upon down, it will be x into x minus 10 is equals to 8 upon 75. X and x can be added, so it will be 2x minus 10 upon x square minus 10x is equals to 8 upon 75. Let us cross multiply. So what we get is 75 into 2x minus 10 is equals to 8 into x square minus 10x. Opening the brackets, 75 into 2x will be nothing but 150x minus 75 into 10 is minus 750 is equals to 8x square minus 80x. Okay. Now let us add the like terms and keeping all the terms on the left side. Plus 8x square goes to the left as minus 8x square. Minus 80x goes to the left as plus 80x, plus 150x minus 750 is equals to 0, right? So minus 8x square plus 80x plus 150x is plus 230x minus 750 is equal to 0. We can make it small by dividing throughout by minus 2. At the same time, we want x square to be positive. So let us divide throughout by minus 2. So what we get is 4x square minus 115x plus 375 is equal to 0. Three terms are there. So let us try to split the middle term. 375 4s are is 1500. Let us get two factors of 1500 in such a way that look at the last sign. Last sign is plus. Plus means by adding the two factors, we get that middle number 115. Two factors of 1500. By adding the two factors, we get the middle number, which is 115. Right? 1500. 1500s are 1500. 1500's factors are this 115. The last sign is plus. So middle sign goes to both the factors. So middle sign is minus going to both the factors. So what will be the factors sign? Minus 100 and minus 15 will be the factors. So let us split the middle term and write it over there. So what we get is 4x square minus 100x minus 15x plus 375 is equal to 0. Now let us take common out of the first two. 4x common. What stays inside the bracket is x minus 25. Whatever is the sign there, that goes out. 15 common, x minus 25 is equal to 0. So x minus 25 common throughout into 4x minus 15 is equal to 0. So x minus 25 is equal to 0 or 4x minus 15 is equal to 0. X is equal to 25 or 4x is equal to 15. X is equal to 25 or x is equal to 15 upon 4. If x is equal to 15 upon 4, then x minus 10, the time taken by the larger tab, x minus 10 will become 15 upon 4 minus 10. And when you take the LCM, it will become 15 minus 40 upon 4. It will be minus 25 upon 4. So if the value of x is 15 upon 4, the time taken by the smaller tab is 15 upon 4. The time taken by the bigger tab becomes minus 25 upon 4, which is not acceptable. Okay. X minus 10 is equal to minus 25 upon 4 is not acceptable as time cannot be negative. So which value is acceptable then? X is not equal to 15 upon 4. So the value acceptable is x is equal to 25. Therefore, x minus 10 will be what? 25 minus 10, it will be 15. Then we can write the final answer. Therefore, the time taken by the larger tab alone is 15 hours and by the smaller tab alone is 25 hours. That completes this sum. Thank you.